Hello, all my yarn lovers and fiber artists. Yes, that's right. The Mountain of Yarn up here on the bed with me. And so we have to move our previously scheduled yarn unboxing that I have scheduled for today for a yarn sale. That's right. I love yarn sales because, hey, everything's expensive, right? And I hit those sales, the deals and the steals, and I want you to get them too. So let's talk about that. And by the way, if you're new to my channel, hi, my name's May. I love yarn. Pretty obvious if you're sighted, right? I love to knit and crochet. Those are my hobbies, and I also happen to have been born visually impaired, legally blind, and completely colorblind. So I mostly knit and crochet by feel. And so today's yarn sale, let's talk about where it's from. Yes, you will hear my screen reader in the background. Today's yarn sale is from WEBS, America's Yarn Sale. They often do flash sales, and I love to shop their flash sales. I get amazing deals, but usually they're like a 1 or 2 day sale, and I don't have enough time to make a video about it, right? So today I'm recording this video on Saturday, November 1st, 2025. Got the email, went through my mountain of yarn, tried to pull some yarns that were on the sale. I don't think I have them all. I can't do it anymore. It's a mountain of yarn here. So you're going to see this video on Sunday, November 2nd, 2025, and you're still going to have 4 days to shop. The 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. These amazing deals. These yarns are anywhere from 20 to 35% off. Some really good deals on Cascade, Barocco, their house brands, the Valley yarns. Some really good stuff. So let's get into, and by the way, WEBS, I don't have an affiliate link. I don't get a percentage of the sales. They don't sponsor these videos. They don't ask me to make these videos. They do not send me a free yarn to make these videos, okay? And they're not responsible for the content of the videos. If I make a mistake, that's on me, okay? So I am not going to give you exact prices because I can't possibly remember all of the exact prices. But let's look right here. Let's look at, this is called the Barocco Vintage Chunky. And I think it is like 20% off. Like I said, they're 20 to 35% off. So the Vintage Chunky, this is in the color, I think it's a storm gray. There's a really nice color palette. Vintage, the vintage line of yarns has been around with Barocco for years, well over 10 years. It's a really nice machine washable blend of acrylic, superwash wool, and nylon. So it's good for a variety of projects. It comes in these nice big hanks. And it's good for, I would definitely say, cardies and sweaters, but given with this chunky weight, I think you could really make some beautiful, beautiful blankets with it as well. Some like big cable knit blankets, or if you have multiple colors, maybe some fun crochet ripple stitch blankets. It's a nice yarn. It's one of those sort of workhorse yarns that you like to have in your stash. It does have some wool in it, but it is machine washable. Don't know that I'd put most of these, when I talk about wools that say they're super wash and you can wash them, I really wouldn't put them in the dryer, but that's up to you. When I talk about any of them, if you think you want to wash it in warm water or put it in the dryer, my best advice to you is make a swatch first, measure it, then wash it and dry it in the conditions that you want to use, and then measure it again and find out how much shrinkage you're going to get. But I really like to take care of my hand knits. I put a lot of work into them, and I sure don't want to see them shrink. So, but they do say this is machine washable. So absolutely, you could make it, you know, like baby blankets and those kinds of things with it too, or blankets. I think it's fine for donation, but just remember there is wool in it, so, you know, not appropriate for people who might have wool allergies. Okay, let's talk about another one of these blend type yarns while we're talking about them. Let's talk about what's here, right? Let's just talk about what's here. This is the Taki or Tahiki. I don't know how to pronounce some of these names. This is the Superwash Merino Worsted Twist. And so this is a nice, really nice yarn too. It comes in these big hanks. I think these hanks can be like 200 yards or something, y'all. I can't read the fine print on these packages. I really can't, but I think that I think it's some pretty good yardage on these. And I think as a worsted weight yarn, I'm pretty sure you get around that 4 to 5 stitches per inch on your 6 to 7 needle. This is in the color Merlot, so a really nice kind of a dark red. And this is a very nice yarn as well. It's a good one for cables, for cable sweaters. Again, worsted weight, cables, blankets. It's a nice yarn. Let's see what else, because we got a pile of yarn here. Let's talk about this Milla Mia. This is a really nice yarn too. This is the Milla Mia Extra Fine Merino Sport. Look at these little donuts. This is just black. This is just a neutral. But this is the size of the strands on this. I would call this a thick sport, right? I think you're going to get on this. I'm trying to think what you're going to get on this for your stitches per inch. Probably about 6, maybe 6.25 on that 3 to 5 US 3 to 5 needle range, right? So you're 3.25 to 3.75. This is a really soft yarn, okay? It's a merino and it's nice. They do say, again, machine wash, probably wouldn't try it, but it's super soft. It's a nice fine merino, and I would definitely make clothing. This is a next to your skin type of yarn. This is a scarfable yarn. This is a baby yarn, as long as it is machine washable, so it's nice, and it's soft. So I like this one. Nice colors on this one as well. I'm probably going to make myself like a top or a dress or something. I bought a lot of it when it was on sale, right? I mean, I do hit the sales at WEBS often, so I know I was thinking sweater, top, dress, garment for myself. But you can always make baby stuff with this, and you can make baby blankets. This is sport weight yarn, so the blankets go a little slower, right? When you're working with a sport weight yarn, blankets and all your projects go a little bit slower, but you do get some absolutely beautiful. And this is going to make some nice cables again as well. A lot of these are going to be really great for, especially these wools, and these wool blends are going to be great for your cables, okay? They're going to look so pretty. So let's talk about, because we got it right here and it's in the way. Actually, let's talk about the Cascade Pacific, okay? Because we have there's Cascade yarns on sale, there's Valley yarns, there's Debbie Bliss, there's Barocco, there's all kinds of yarn on sale. So I happen to have the Cascade Pacific, and all 3 weights of this are on sale. Pacific Sport, Pacific, the worsted weight, and the Pacific Chunky. I don't know why I bought it all in white. I was probably looking at it. I think it was what was on sale. Grabbed it. I think blankets. This is the Chunky. I'll show you the size of the strand. That's a nice Chunky. Look at that. That's a really nice Chunky weight for sure. And this is 60% acrylic, 40% superwash merino wool. This is really soft, okay? This is another great machine washable baby type yarn, in my opinion. And lots of colors, lots of options here in this yarn line. And Cascade makes some really nice yarns, okay? So I think all of these are going to be your typical in terms of gauge, right? I think your chunky one here, I think you're going to get probably about I would say about a 3.75 to 4 stitches per inch with this on your knitting needles. I would probably use a 9 or a 10 on this, so a 5.5 to 6 millimeter. Probably for crochet, I would go with a 6.5, 7, 8, maybe up to a 9, depending on what I was doing. But these are really big. Like for a chunky, right? Some chunky weights, some chunky yarns, they're not that big in the hanks. I don't remember. Gosh, I cannot read this. But this is, it's nice size. I've seen some chunkies be less than this, right, in this skein. And I'm going to tell you, this just by feeling it, this is over 100 yards. I don't know the exact, but it's a nice size skein. All of these in the Pacific are going to be great because they're machine washable and because they're super soft. They're going to be really good for, again, your blankets And the sport and the worsted could be great for baby blankets as well. And of course your cardies, this chunky especially could be great for blankets. It could be great for cardies and sweaters. The worsted cardies and sweaters as well. And the sport, probably more like your baby type projects again. But of course, you know me, I will make garments for myself in fingering ways. So, you know, this, they call it a sport. But sometimes some of the Cascade sport yarns are kind of thick. I mean, I'll just tell you that. So it could be right on the edge. I have not actually worked with this, okay? I'm just going to be honest with you. Still in the package. I have yet to work with it. So I don't actually know what the gauge works up like on this. But sometimes Cascade does call some of their yarns sport weight, and they're kind of on the edge of a DK. So keep that in mind. But all of these you're going to find on sale. Really, really nice sale. This is a really nice sale, y'all. I'm super happy about it. So let's see what else. Let's look at the Cascade Cherub. This is another great, this is the Cascade Cherub DK. Another great, so it's a DK weight, so it's about I say 5 to 6 stitches per inch on your knit gauge for this one, and on your 5 to 7 knitting needles. This is the size of the strands. Now this one is a nylon and acrylic blend, and so this again, and this is another really, really soft yarn, okay? So this is another one that's super great for baby stuff. It's really great because it's machine washable. It's gonna be really great for your blankets, your baby cardies, all those baby hats, baby sweaters, right? All that kind of stuff. And it's also going to be really good for those who have wool allergies, right? Anybody who's sensitive to wool, or if you're doing like charity type projects where they say no wool, then this is your Cherub DK is going to be a really good option for that. I love wool yarns, but not everybody does, right? Some people got allergies. Some people just say, hey, it's just much easier to wash and deal with and not worry about who gets it if it doesn't have wool. So this is the color Baby Blue. Now presently I did not see any baby blue at their site. I did see some white, some baby pink, I think some lavender, so a lot of your baby pastel colors. But I didn't actually see this particular shade, okay? So we have that going on the sale. And what else? I'm trying to get through this because we might get interrupted today by the mister. He's already texted to right as I was getting ready to film. He's like, I'll be out. I'm like, So, yeah, no. So this yarn is the Valley Yarns, which is the house brand at WEBS, America's yarn store. This is the Hampton. This is one of these kind of bougie luxury yarns, and yet it's at a really, really good price, okay, right now. So this yarn is a merino wool, alpaca, and silk blend, and this is in the color grape. This is the grape. This is a really bougie yarn, but it is their house yarn, so they do give you a really, really good price on this right now. So if you're wanting to get yourself, now this is going to be hand washed, right, between alpaca and silk. This is a hand wash yarn, so probably not for your baby project, but hey, if you want to wash that stuff by hand, you do you. But this is definitely like a scarf, like a shawl, like a nice, that alpaca and silk is going to really make it nice for those next to your skin type sweaters. Now the hanks are kind of small though, I will tell you that. I don't even think these hanks are 100 yards, okay? I think they're like maybe 95-ish in there. So, when you look at the price, like I said, great price, do keep that in mind, right? These are kind of smaller hanks that you're getting. So, that's kind of how it goes. But if you're wanting a chance to try a really nice alpaca silk blend, this could be, I love yarn sales for that. You get a great chance to try some of the higher end yarns. This is where I can promise you, when I acquired this, it was at a 25 or 30% off yarn sale. That's the only way, y'all. If you ever watch my videos, don't wonder how I can afford this amount of yarn. It's because I watch the sales and don't buy yarn unless it's on sale, unless it's like time sensitive, gotta have it, can't wait, that kind of a thing. So this is the Mila Mia This is the 100% natural soft cotton, and it is a really nice cotton. This is a soft cotton. This is a sport, I would call this a sport weight cotton, just feeling this. This is the size of our strand, so this is definitely, it's a thinner sport weight. I would say this is probably about your I would say probably 6 stitches per inch on this, maybe. This is just the white. This is a nice cotton. I would call this a garment. I would call this a garment cotton. I would definitely, I don't know if this is going to shrink or not, honestly. I don't remember if this is, it's probably machine washable. I don't know what's going on here. Machine washable, may or may not be able to go in the dryer. I don't know. But this is a garment cotton. I would make myself a really, really nice like summer top out of this. This is a next, like some cottons I don't want to make a garment out of. But this is nice. This is a next to your skin type cotton. This is one that I would make myself a summer top. This is one I would make a shawl or a shrug with. I would probably make like washcloths with this. Like some cottons, I'm like, this kitchen cotton, right? It's dish towel cotton. It's dishcloth cotton. This is like washcloth cotton, in my opinion. This is the, like, I want to touch it on my face, put it on my shoulders, you know, bare shoulders in the summertime if you're wearing like, you know, a tank top or a halter top and you want to make yourself like a shawl or a shrug or something. This is nice, 100% cotton, so nice and breathable there too. No acrylic, if you really want your summer garments super, super breathable. So there's that. Let's talk about what is, trying to find what is here. That's right under my little fingertips, right? What's right here that I can reach immediately and talk about. Something trying to hurry through our video today. Let's, if I can't find what I'm looking for, we'll just move on. But let's talk about the Cascade 220 Super Wash Sport, because I got a lot of this stuff. Yeah, I love this stuff. So this is a 100%, it's a super wash merino wool. These little hanks, I think they're about 136 yards on these. So this is one of my favorite yarns. If you watch my videos, I have it. I think I may have made myself a scarf or two with it. Super, super nice. So now they call it sport, right? 130 or 220 super wash sport. But most of us kind of think of it more as a DK. Okay, when we get gauge on this, I would say this one is it's for me, it's that 5.5 kind of stitch, 5.5 to 6 stitches per inch in my opinion on this one. So maybe that's 6 stitches per inch depending on what you're working it up on. I think I usually use a US size 5 or 6 knitting needle with this, though a 3.75 to your 4mm knitting needle with this. Is a rather really, really soft yarn. Okay, this is another like next to your skin, really nice, another machine washable yarn. So this is like baby garments, okay, like beautiful. We got, this is in the color ruby, and this is in their really red. So if you're wanting to compare the two, here's your chance to see the two. The ruby's a little darker, a little more scarlet. I think both would be great for Christmas projects. I think both are great for Christmas sweaters, any of that kind of stuff, Christmas decor, all of it. You know, I think it's going to be a great baby sweaters. The sport weight yarn is going to be great for baby blankets, machine washable, so baby sweaters, baby cardies, all the things. And of course for me, right, I could make a skirt. Y'all, we might yet make us, I have some of this really red, I have some white, I don't know, we might make a skirt or something, maybe in January, like a color work. It's borderline DK sport weight. Here's the size of the strands for you to take a look at. You can judge that yourself on whether or not you think that's sport weight or DK. But I don't think it's too thick to do color work, right? So color work, you know, if you're knitting, right, you do like that fair isle with multiple colors, it can really make that fabric thick. And so not everybody likes to do fair isle type color work with, you know, your heavier worsted weight yarns. But this one, I absolutely think you can. I think you could do like a nice sort of like Norwegian or Icelandic, right? Any of those kind of countries that do any of those kind of Scandinavian color motifs, whether it's a hat, right? Like a nice hat, or sweater, right? That nice pullovers that have like the little snowflake patterns on them and stuff. This is the kind, I think at this weight, you could even do like gloves. I've talked before about liking some nice color work gloves, but I like a machine washable yarn for my gloves, just saying, right? We touch a lot of stuff and wintertime, cold and flu season, so we kind of like machine washable gloves. But if you want to make yourself some really pretty like Fair Isle type gloves or something, these reds, they got really Cascade 220 line, the whole line of all the weights has a really, really nice color palette, okay? So now I think the 220 Sport and Superwash Sport are the only ones on sale. I didn't see the other yarn weights on sale for this line, so just make sure you take note of that. But this is the ruby, and this is the really red for that, so you can see the difference. And then we have that in a few more colors. I want to make sure y'all get to see this was just the really red that we looked at. And then this, I believe, is your, let's see, I have this in some other blues that I wanted you to see next to each other so that you could compare it, okay? Another one that I think is good to kind of like be able to hold it up there and be like, okay, what's the difference, right? Because there's so many, this is a yarn line that there's so many different shades that you're like, what's the difference, okay? So this is going to be your, I believe this is, what did I write? I wrote it in big giant Sharpie. Como blue versus the classic blue. And so here's the two next to each other. This is the Como blue. This is the classic blue. In my opinion, I'm colorblind. I'm completely colorblind. But in my opinion, the Como blue is just a shade darker. It might have a little bit more of a green possibly to it. I don't think it's a teal, but I could be wrong. Versus this is like your classic. Here's a little hole in the plastic. If you want to peeky and put them right next to each other, you can do that. But those are the two different shades next to each other. So you can see that. And then we have this in a few more shades that I just want y'all to take a look at. So, we have it in the baby blue. This is the baby denim. Now, I have two. Here's the whole thing, y'all. Here's the whole thing. So, when I talk about dye lot matters. I have to be super clear with y'all because I bought baby denim in this at 2 different times. So keep that in mind, okay? I was thinking like I could put these together, right? These are both the exact same yarn, the Cascade 220 Superwash Sport. Now it's possible that they changed the dye, okay, in between the times that I was buying it. But these are supposed to be the exact same shade in the baby denim. Y'all, I am colorblind. I'm mostly blind. And even I'm like, oh no, you cannot fool me. These are not the same. These are not the same. So I don't know if they changed their dye formula over the years with the baby denim, or if there's just dramatic differences in the dye lot. I honestly can't tell you. But let me tell you, I started this as a baby sweater. Like, oh, don't worry, you'll have some more baby denim in your stash. And even I was like, nope, that doesn't work, right? So do keep that in mind. And then let's look at just a few more colors of this. Y'all can tell I love that yarn because there's like always so much of it in this house, okay? So this should be, if I remember what, this should be just your charcoal gray, which is just kind of a nice medium. It's a good neutral. It's a nice medium. There's a little bit of it sticking out here. It's just your nice medium, kind of a heathery, heathered, kind of a charcoaly gray. It's a medium gray. It's not too light. It's not too dark. It's just a good winter neutral, right? If you want a good neutral for winter time, that's it. And then I do have it in 2 more shades that I wanted you to be able to see the difference in. Because, you know, sometimes when you're looking at different yarns, it's really hard to be like, what? Is those the same or not? So they also, like I said, they have a huge color palette in the Cascade 220 line. And so I want you to be able to see the difference. This is, you guys know I love my dark purples, right? If you are a returning viewer, you know I love my dark purples. So this is your crushed violet, and this is your dark purple. And these are the two side by side. So you can take a look at that and you can determine which one you want to add to your collection. I like them both, obviously, right? Obviously, I'm like, gotta have a little bit of that, gotta have a little bit of that. So when I can't decide which purple to get, I just get them both, right? I mean, what's a girl to do, right? So, but those are the two different purples, or two different dark purples, if you want to see that. Okay, what else? What else? What else? What else? What I want to talk about real briefly here is, let's talk about the Debbie Bliss, because, oh, actually, you know what, this is, let's see, I think that's Haydenville. I think that's Haydenville, so we'll talk about that in a minute. Let's talk about the Debbie Bliss yarns, because those are on sale right now. Debbie Bliss yarns are 30% off on the sale right now. So you've got the whole cashmerino line is on sale right now, okay? So I got right here, I got the cashmerino chunky. Now I'm just going to show you this and be real with you. This is the white. Even I can tell it's not white. Okay, I bought a whole bunch of this thinking I was going to make myself like a cardi. It's cream. And I'm half Chinese. I think it's too much yellow for me. So I'm going to probably end up making this into a beautiful, beautiful blanket. And that'll be just fine, right? But just so you know, the white, in my opinion, it's not white. Okay, let's just be real about that. So this is the cashmerino DK, which I believe is in the color plum. This is a nice DK. I like the width of that. It looks like a pretty thick DK to me. I would say this is probably your 5 stitches per inch. I would say on your 5 to 7 knitting needle, right? Your 3.75 to your 4.5 knitting needle. That's a very nice yarn. Now all these cashmerinos are a blend of superwash merino, acrylic, and cashmere. And I know you look at the label and you're like, it's only about 12% cashmere. Okay, it is, but let me tell you, that cashmere goes a long ways. Okay, it's really soft. You can feel it. Even at 12%, you can absolutely feel the cashmere in it. And so, and then this is the baby, which is the sport weight, which is just a little bit thinner than the DK. So they've got the cashmerino baby is the sport weight, then you got the DK, then you've got the aran or your heavy worsted, and then you have it in the chunky. And I believe that all 4 of those are on sale right now this weekend through Wednesday, 11:59 p.m. Eastern time through Wednesday the 5th. And this is also plum. I think I bought them both in plum. Somebody might like their dark purples just a little bit, right? I'm definitely thinking sweaters, okay? You know it. I am absolutely thinking sweaters with this one. So, if you don't, let's see, what, oh yeah, that's it. So, I cannot find the skein of the aran weight. I can't find it anywhere, which tells me I probably used it all up, because guess what? Here is the Debbie Bliss cashmerino aran, worked up in this cable scarf that I designed. I designed up a pair of fingerless gloves, right? Look at the cables. Does that not have beautiful, beautiful stitch definition? Gorgeous, right? So I designed up a scarf and a hat and some fingerless gloves in the black. This is so beautiful. This is so soft. Made these for a gift for somebody, but you know what? They're kind of on the naughty list right now, so they're not actually getting them. Just saying. But this is super, super soft. This is a really warm, and the aran weight, it is really, really warm. You've seen it on my channel. If I can find it back here really quickly, I will show it to you. the hat and the scarf that you see often on here is, here it is, here it is. This is the cashmerino aran, also in the dark, I think, blackberry. It might be slightly darker than the plum even. So this is crocheted in the alpine stitch. It is a free YouTube tutorial from Juan the Yarn Addict. Super, super squishy. And now this is also the aran weight, the same color. So the hat was actually my leftovers from this sweater. Okay, so I did not design this sweater. It's a free pattern off of Knitty. It's just a really, really simple rib. So great if you're new, right? This is a bottom up, my first bottom up one to design in the purple. This is super warm, super comfy, super soft. Really, really happy that I made it, and even had a little left over to make a crochet alpine beanie with. So I'm just going to tell you, at least in the heavy worsted, it knits and crochets up beautifully. I didn't have problems with it splitting, even crocheting. I think because it's a heavy one, I think I used a 6.5 millimeter crochet hook on this, and I think with your knitting needle, I think you could use a 7 to 9 on this, a US 7 and 9. So your 4.5, your 5, your 5.5 knitting needle on this, because it is, I would use up to a 9 on this for sure. And your crochet hook, I would use your 6, 6.5, 7 millimeter on it. This is so soft. This is absolutely next to your skin. Okay, when I wear this purple sweater, I just wear my bra under it. Like, I know you make some sweaters and you're like, you gotta wear your bra, and then you gotta wear like a cami and a t-shirt, right? Because it's kind of scratchy. Not this. This is luxurious, worked up. It is buttery soft. It is absolutely next to your skin. This is luxury. That 12% cashmere shows up. It's luxury. So I can't find any in the little donuts right now. In the house, which tells me, you know, because I worked up all my purple, worked up all my black. So guess what? It's on sale for 30% off. I probably need to get some more. I probably need to make myself a black sweater, right? That's probably what I need. So that is on sale. Let's see. Should I take off my gloves, y'all? Let's see if we can talk about just a few more items that are on sale right now. And then I think we will end our video, because it's been pretty long, right? So the Valley Yarns house yarns are the Hayden, or the Valley Yarns is the house brand over there. So they have their Valley Yarns DK extra fine superwash merino. This is black. This is what the DK looks like in the strand. That's a nice DK weight. This is a really, really soft. This is another really soft yarn. We have it over here in the bulky. This is the Valley Yarn Superwash Extra Fine Merino in red and bulky. Yeah, just saw it yesterday. This is my red, white, and blue donuts in the super bulky, okay? So these super bulky, look at the size of the strands. This is the DK versus the super bulky. You can clearly see the difference. I would use like a knitting needle, like a 13 or a 15 on this one. Some big needles, some 9s, you know, on the super bulky. On the DK, I would go with probably your 5 to your 7 again. But this is a really, really nice soft yarn, okay? And let me see if I can find just a couple more things that I wanted to talk about that are on sale today. I don't know if we're going to talk about them all or not. But the Haydenville, let's talk about Haydenville. So Mr. Bear and I got matching sweaters. So Valley Yarn Haydenville also comes in bulky. It comes in DK. It comes in worsted. It is a here it is. This is just it is a superwash merino and acrylic microfiber blend. It is a 60-40, and now my brain is blanking on my brain is kind of blanking, y'all, on whether it is 60% superwash merino and which percentage is wool. Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on in my brain right now, and so I'm just going to be real with you. I can't keep all of it straight all the time. But this is it in the light pink. This is a really nice little pastel pink there. so pretty. Gonna be beautiful, beautiful baby sweaters. And this is Mr. Bear's little sweater in the baby denim blue. This is worked up in the Haydenville, and it matches my hoodie. I designed both of these, by the way. I designed Mr. Bear's sweater to match mine. So this is my blue party that I designed and knit myself. Cable is a top-down raglan in the Valley Yarn Haydenville bulky. I put pockets on it. Love those pockets. So this is a really, really nice yarn. It is soft. It's very, very soft. It works up very nice in my opinion. It's soft on the skin. I have a sweater here too that I worked up in the black, but I can't find it right now. And if I can, oh, here it is, here it is, here it is. Okay, so this is the Haydenville worsted too in black, and you can tell that I buy it. It's a lace sweater. It's beautiful. My only complaint, this is a machine washable yarn. This is super, super soft. My only complaint with it, I'm getting a phone call. If you don't know yet, I wear an earbud because I use a screen reader. I'm getting a phone call right now. It's my mom. Look at that. It's my mom. We got the mister. We got all kinds of chaos interrupting our video. Not at all surprised. So anyways, the Haydenville, so you can tell I've worked it up in the DK for Mr. Bear's sweater. I've worked it up in the bulky for my hoodie, and I worked it up in the worsted for this sweater and the lace. It works up beautifully. It's super, super, super soft. My only complaint with it is it pills. Okay, it does. It's an acrylic. Most of us are used to acrylics that pill, right? You can just tell on my sleeves. Let me see if I can find a sleeve back. I wear my hoodie a lot. It's hard. I wear it outside. I bring in firewood with it, right? I bring in firewood. I sleep in this. When it's really cold, I take a nap. I sleep in my hoodie. I love my hoodie. So this does get, I'm going to be fair, it gets a lot of wear and tear, okay? And I don't mind wearing this blue hoodie around the property even though it's pilling. I'm probably going to remake this sweater though in a different yarn, maybe the superwash, and see if we get less pilling with it. I don't know, but it is super, super soft. It's super comfortable, and because it's got some acrylic microfiber in it, it does make it more affordable. If you're somebody that just can't even quite afford the 100% wools, this makes it more affordable. It's a very, very affordable yarn, which, as you can tell, why I have a lot of it, right? I have the bulky, I have the worsted, I have the DK because it's very affordable. So I get it to make baby blankets with, right? We've got the same thing. We've got the pink here. This is the size of your hanks, of your bulky. They're good size for sure. This is the same pink. Very, very nice with that. It makes beautiful, beautiful blankets. I have a baby blanket too with this that I didn't bring in here today, but I've made baby blankets with it. I've donated blankets. It's a nice yarn. It just does pill. So the only other yarns that I want to cover today, I think the Taki, the dark purple. This is their cotton classic. I would call this a DK to light worsted, right about 5 stitches per inch. This is in the dark purple. This is the 100% mercerized cotton. I think it's going to be great for shawls, for wraps, for bags, market bags, cell phone slings. I have yet to work it up as a garment, so I don't know how it's going to wear. It might be very drapey for shawls. I don't know how, in terms of like tops, how form-fitting it's going to be. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know, okay? I don't know how it's going to work up for garments. I have made a market bag out of it a long time ago. I don't ever think I finished it. I think I packed it up from one of my moves. It's in a box. It's MIA. So I know it knits up nicely, but I honestly don't know how it's going to work up for garments. So the only other yarns that I think I should mention today before I get back to everybody in the world who wants my attention is, let's talk about the Encore, okay? I brought in some samples, y'all, but I mean, right, like, good luck finding them in this pile of stuff. Plus, whole visually impaired thing. You guys, if you watch my videos, I'm losing yarn. I bring in a pile of stuff and I'm like, where's that at? So, the Encore yarns by Plymouth. So the Encore yarns are 75% acrylic and then 25% superwash wool. So they're another yarn line that they make it. It's an affordable yarn. It's a budget yarn that you can really make beautiful blankets with it. You can make sweaters. You can make cardies. Now I'm going to be honest with you. This is the chunky, right? This is the chunky and pink, right? And then this is what's called Encore Mega, which is the Encore Super Bulky. So there is definitely a difference in the size of the strands here. I first worked up a blanket with this pink, and I was a little bit disappointed with it. I was like, it's kind of coarse. It's not the softest yarn. So I was like, I'm not going to buy any more of it, okay? But then I felt this Mega, and it's actually a lot softer. And I'll be honest with you, I cannot tell you why, but I have found that to be the case with more than one yarn, where the fibers will take the different colors of dyes differently. And I have no idea why. That is above my knowledge, okay? There's a lot of things in this world that I don't know, including in the yarn world. And I can't tell you why the Encore Chunky and the Encore Mega, both made by Plymouth, both the same yarn line, both 75% acrylic, 25% superwash wool, why they feel differently beyond that they're different colors and different dyes. But in my opinion, the pink is definitely scratchier. Probably won't use that again for baby blankets. The Mega though, and this is the dark forest green, this is so pretty. I think it would make an amazing blanket. I have a bunch of these. I think it'd make a gorgeous blanket. I think it'd make a beautiful big bulky sweater or something. It's beautiful. I love this dark forest green. This is such a, I don't like some greens because they're just not for me, like lime greens and stuff. But this is a beautiful, beautiful dark forest green that even I can wear. So, and then it comes in Encore Stars too in the worsted weight. Okay, so this is sparkle. It's got some metallic in it in the dark forest, which is perfect for Christmas, y'all. I brought in some samples of this worked up. I cannot find them right now, so we are not even going to worry about it, because this video has probably been long enough, and I got people who want to hear from me today. So, but this is a really nice, I made Christmas ornaments with this last year. I made those like little crochet Christmas trees. This makes beautiful, beautiful Christmas ornaments. I made baskets, the crochet baskets with it for gift baskets for family and friends. Now, if you want to make the crochet baskets, you need to get them nice and stiff. So because this is a 4 worsted, I do double stranded, okay, to get my crochet baskets with it nice and stiff. I double strand this to crochet, but when I do my ornaments, I don't. It's not necessary to double strand it for your ornaments, but I made some really beautiful Christmas trees and bells, just some gorgeous Christmas ornaments. And you just know that once again this year I'm going to be crocheting more Christmas ornaments with that. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Okay, I'm going to show you just one more yarn that, oh nope, 2 more, just kidding, okay. Debbie Bliss Rialto. So this yarn is also 30% off. It is the Debbie Bliss Rialto DK. Is anybody surprised that I also bought this in plum? This is a 100% extra fine superwash merino. This is really, really soft. And it's 30% off right now. So if you want to get your hands on some of this really nice next to your skin for sweater type Debbie Bliss yarn, this is absolutely the time. This is so pretty. This is luxuriously soft. I'll be making my, you obviously can tell that I bought enough first, so I even have an old powder stuff. This is older in the bag to make myself a beautiful sweater. I already have the sweater picked out for this. Wonder when we're ever gonna get to that, right? But this is a really, really nice yarn, and it's a good price right now. It's beautiful. It's so soft. I would make this, it's the same thing. I would make next to your skin sweaters with this. I would make scarves with this, okay? I would absolutely do scarves with this. Because it is a super wash, you could definitely do baby projects with it. Again, right, Debbie Bliss, this is the size of the strands in the DK. Debbie Bliss loves to do baby garments, baby sweaters, baby cardies, and this is another one of those that you can definitely do that with, as long as they're not allergic to wool, right? Okay. Last yarn, kids. Last yarn, right? Let's see. That is not that's not even that company. Okay. Now I debated on whether or not to show you this yarn. because I just filmed the yarn unboxing for this yarn yesterday. It hasn't posted to my channel yet, okay? I have a Barocco yarn unboxing coming up in the future. And I unbagged this yesterday, opened it. It's going to be out there several weeks probably. But this is the Barocco Sesame. It's a blend. It's a worsted weight yarn. It's a striped. It's a tweed. It is so pretty. It's a blend of acrylic, wool, cotton, and nylon. It is a superwash wool, so it is machine washable. Okay, now kids, when we do our Barocco yarn unboxing, act surprised like you've never ever seen this yarn on my channel before. Okay, this is Christmas. Okay, and you peeked and you saw what was in your package, and you don't want your parents to know. Okay, so Christmas morning, you open up your package and be like, oh, and you're surprised. Okay, that's what I need from you when you watch my Barocco yarn unboxing video, because I literally just unboxed this yesterday, filmed the video, scheduled it out on YouTube, and then I saw it was on sale, and I was like, oh, I can show it to them, but you know, they might think that's a little bit weird, right, that I'm showing, but this is so, I just had to, because it's so pretty. It's striped, it's tweed, it's beautiful. This is the color Night Meadow. I did not see it on sale today, but they have several colors, maybe 8, 9 different colors on sale. It's a very, very colorful yarn. It's a nice, I could see a gorgeous cable knit sweater out of this. I mean, don't you? Don't you see this as a gorgeous cable knit sweater? Machine washable, all of that. So this is really, really pretty. The Barocco Sesame. Okay, my friends. Well, this has been absolutely long. And of course, there's a lot more yarns on sale. Okay, there is. So this is a really great sale. 20 to 35% off. A bunch of your Debbie Bliss, your Valley yarns, your Baroccos, your Cascades. So anyway, shop the sale. Let me know what you think about this sale video. Did you make it through the end? Are you going to shop the sale? What are your favorites? What do you want to make with these yarns? Are you getting ready? There's a whole bunch of wools here, right? There's a pile of wool and wool blend yarns, so you can get your Christmas projects done. You can get your sweaters done for all winter. We can be sitting here stitching till March, y'all. Look, just with this pile on the bed, we could be stitching till March. We could be making blankets and sweaters. This I love this black sweater. I wear it a lot. Even though the Haydenville yarn pills, I love my black sweater and I love my blue hoodie. And I wear them a lot because they're super warm and they're super comfy. And I'm like, yes, they pill, but they're warm and they're comfy and they're soft. So I wear them anyways, and they're very affordable. So alrighty, my friends, well, thank you so much for listening. Say hello in the comment section. Let me know if you watched it. Let me know if you're shopping the sale. And of course, y'all have a really, really great weekend. And the yarn unboxing video that was scheduled today, well, it's going to show up here real soon. Maybe another weekend, you'll see it. So, well, thank you so much for listening. And until next time, happy stitching. Bye-bye for now.